This will be the first video that I would be uploading here on what I hope to be a long journey of me sharing not only my ideas, but also my voice with the world. I never thought I would be trying to make videos for YouTube, though it seems like the perfect place to connect and talk with people. And ever since I was a child, I've always felt pulled to be outside, as in being in the house never really made sense to me. It never really made sense to me. I quite often found myself outside, just trying to hang with people in the neighborhood. But typically these people were older than me, maybe teenagers, maybe young adults. And it was quite clear that I probably should not have been there, especially when my attention seemed to, go towards the prettier girls, let's say. And as I was out there with these people, I think I was more drawn to the differences in one another, right? And it seemed like everyone mixed well together. So I think was, as a kid, wondering what makes people connect, what brings people together. And even to take the time to get to know someone seemed like not a common thing for everyone, right? You have some people who just typically are loners, they kind of tend to do their own thing. But I always felt pulled and drawn to people. And as a child, I was real observant of these things. And as I got older, I think that helped me in the way of being able to talk to people. And by talk to people, I mean strangers, not just family and friends. Though I feel like I had a stronger connection with friends than family, not saying it in a bad way, but some of us do have a very different path within our families, meaning we love them at a distance, right? When the time comes, we're together, we spend time. But some of us, like myself, I kind of see myself, it's easier for me to connect with people who are outside my family for whatever the reason. And I've always been this way. And I can remember just being around people when I was a kid, right? And just listening to what they were saying and trying to understand how is it that one person can get another person to just listen, and what would make the person speaking want to share those ideas, right? And obviously, as you get older, you understand that being human, it's complicated. There's a lot of things you try to figure out. I don't think as humans we're born with some set instructions on how life should be, how life will be. I think these are just things that we have to figure out. And I think that's the beauty of YouTube, where there's millions of people here, and you can try to form your own community of like-minded individuals who share the same thoughts and ideas, but is also probably just as important to be open to other ideas, right? And other ways to view the world. And with my time here on YouTube, I just hope to come across people who are open to sharing their thoughts and their ideas with one another. I hope to create a platform that provides useful information, useful conversation, and I hope to learn more than the little bit that I already know at 36 years of age. It's a pretty big world out there. There's tons and tons of information that not only can we absorb, but is information we should probably be sharing with one another. And I think that's always been my goal, to learn, absorb the information, put it into practice, and then share what I think may be helpful, and try to unpack all the information and just kind of give off what I think is helpful. And I hope to do that with this platform. And another lesson that I feel that I learned very early on is that I think one of the important things of life is human connection. And I feel like there's a life force within us that knows our time here is limited. And that life force is trying to do everything possible to build connections, build stronger bonds. And it also, at least for me, it seems like we're here to help one another, not necessarily take, but give. And not only give, but leave behind as much useful information that we can within our time here. And one of the things that I feel kind of disrupts the human connection, I think it just comes with age. As we get older, I think we tend to close up a bit more, and our experiences, which are very different from one another, could cause you to maybe base your current interaction with someone off of what may have happened in the past. And that kind of takes away from probably like a childlike nature in us. And by that I mean, when you were a kid, right? And you were at school, you were at the playground, no matter where you were at, and you came across another kid, you weren't judging as much. You weren't thinking so many things. And being able to talk to this person seems so natural. And I guess that's one of the things that comes with age is experience. And within that experience could be not necessarily traumatizing experiences, but unpleasant ones, right? And you use that as a gauge as to who you should or shouldn't talk to, what you should or shouldn't say. Of course, you always want to be polite, but it's more about being open to talking to someone and just getting to know the other person, sharing time, sharing information. For me, helping others has always felt amazing, right? To be able to sit and listen to someone express something that they are going through. And as the listener, I've always felt like I try to dig deep to provide the most effective or the most helpful answer that I could give this individual. And to walk away after the conversation and to feel like you helped, it's amazing. The goal with my channel would be to share the ideas that I've learned from family, friends, mainly from books, right? I've read so many great books, and a lot of these people within the books, the authors, I consider them as mentors. Never met these people. Some of them have passed already, but the fact that they took the time to share these lessons, put these things into books and videos, and we are still here, and we can take the time to learn from this to help improve not only our lives, but people closest to you, family, friends, children. And I just hope to create a platform that provides just that. That would provide the necessary information for someone at a specific time and when they find themselves trying to understand life a little bit. I've always found myself in that position where at just the right time, you stumbled across a video of someone that had some useful information that helped you get from that point where you felt stuck or confused or hopeless. And this individual, someone who you may never have heard of, never may have met, or probably will never meet, that they gave of themselves these words that helped you. And I will hope to someday be that same individual for someone in need. As I said, I've always felt a need to connect with people. Sometimes I get accused of talking too much, but I can't help it. I really can't help it. There's just something in me that's so interested in connection and communication and being able to talk to the other person around you, near you. It just makes humanity seem so much more real when you can connect with the people around you. I guess I would consider myself sort of a introvert, though I don't want to put that label on me, because sometimes I'm out and about or with friends and I'm the one who just doesn't stop talking, right? But I do like my solitude, I guess you can call it. I like to be alone. I like the house to be completely quiet where you can't hear a thing. The silence is soothing. And I try to use this time to really think and process information and just enjoy life, right? Just looking out the window and just seeing something in nature that just seems so calm and so peaceful. And I think that's what I strive for. We're all the same, you know. We can be very nice, but I think at times we can be mean, though we don't intend it to come off that way. But life is a journey. There's a lot to figure out. There's a lot to learn. And above all, there is no such thing as perfection, which is something I struggled with in my life, and I still do. But to become a little bit better every day is not a bad goal to have. And I think that's what I aim for. So I probably went on longer than I had expected here. And yeah, going forward, I hope to provide value and insights into life, the world around us, some of the things I've learned. And I hope to build a community and have people come together and provide helpful information to one another. So thank you for taking the time to sit with me. I'll try to make the other videos a little bit shorter. I don't want to, you know, ramble on longer than I should. But thank you. I appreciate the time. There was a lot of hesitation and preparation just to get to this point, which seems pretty ridiculous on looking back at it now. But yeah, thank you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk again soon. Take care.